Is it worth the wait? Yeah, pretty much. Glory be to God. What's good, y'all? It's your boy Garrett, and I'm back for yet another episode of Yeah, Pretty Much, a show where I talk about pretty much anything, everything, and nothing for about 10 minutes every single Monday. And this Monday is special because today is Memorial Day. So happy Memorial Day, all the soldiers, all the people who served, all the people that are serving. I salute you, and I thank you for your service. Well, if you could do me a service, I would appreciate it if you subscribe to this channel and watch some of the vlogs that I have on this channel. That would mean a lot to me because I'm trying to get to 1,000 by the end of this year. And also, we're 7 vlogs away from the end of the second season. So that would make 200 vlogs. I have more than 200 videos on my channel. But as far as a vlog season goes, I have 7 more left until I reach 200 vlogs. There's 100 vlogs in the season, and I'm almost at the end of the second season. So this week, I'm going to try. I need y'all to hold me accountable. I'm going to try to drop a vlog every day this week because there's 7 days left in this month, 7 vlogs left until 200, going to a new month, going to a new season. That would be dope, right? But God willing, it'll happen. But if it doesn't, it should not, whatever. So, yeah, thank you if you subscribe. That would mean a lot to me. I would appreciate it. And speaking of should you do something or should you not do something, lately, more and more things are opening up. And as far as my state is concerned, and one of those is church. And I believe, I don't really watch the news, so my news is what other people say and what other people complain about. But what people have been saying is the president has said that churches all over the place can open back up. And that, for some people, is like, that's what's up. And let's go, I'm ready to go back to church. Then other people, especially pastors of like mega churches, are like, nah, we not coming back. And a lot of people take that different types of ways. But yeah, I can see how it would be a difficult decision if you were the leader of a congregation, because it's like, do I want to go back now because of what they say, or do I want to go back because of what God said? Like, I think one thing that this whole pandemic is teaching a lot of people, especially people in churches, how important it is to listen to what God wants you to do and not just what the world says do. So if the world says close the churches and y'all can never meet again, would you listen to that, or would you say, nah, we're going to meet in church? You know what I'm saying? But the government might say shut down to prevent from people getting sick. And there were churches who were like, we're going to trust God that we're not going to get sick. And then there was churches that was like, all right, fine. But now we're at this point where people are starting to get tired of being in the house. People are getting tired of doing the same things that they've been doing. People are just tired, period. And they're ready to go back to their normal lives. And I am one of those people. However, God has been showing me some things. Come on, somebody. And he has been showing me the importance of waiting. And it's a blessing because right now in this pandemic and the quarantine, there's been a strong urge. I've talked to my friends, I've talked to other people, I've talked to just all kinds of people, and they've said that they feel like there's something that they should be learning in this time. They don't want to miss what it is that God is trying to tell them. And just as of yesterday, I think I've realized something, if not what God is trying to teach me, but he's taught me this, and I'm glad I realized it yesterday. And that is the importance of waiting and how important it is to wait. I believe there's a saying that says, anything that's worth having is worth waiting for, I believe. And so if you think of all the things in life that really matter, 9 times out of 10 you had to wait for it. When you were a young kid, I'm literally thinking about this right now, but when you were a little kid, He used to want to eat off the grown-up menu. But you gotta wait. You gotta wait until you can eat off the grown-ups menu. The way my parents raised me, before I could get whatever kind of shoes that I wanted, I had to get a job. So I had to wait until I got that job. And it's just like when I proposed to Ashley, or when you propose to anybody, when a man proposes to a woman, you have to wait until you get married. So from the time that I proposed to Ashley, it was like 10 months before we actually got married. So we had to wait. And on top of that, we're waiting on the Lord. Speaking of Ashley, Ashley's calling me right now. Hello? And then on top of all the things that we're waiting on right now, the most important thing the most important that we're waiting on is Jesus. We're waiting on Jesus to return. So waiting is a very special thing, and anything that comes at the end of waiting is going to be good. So I was just thinking to myself, waiting is like when you're traveling. So let's say you're going from one place to another. The middle part, the traveling part, so when you're going from point A to point B, everything in between point A and point B, that's waiting. So you're waiting to get to the destination. But what God has been showing me now lately is in the waiting period is what matters. So what you do while you're waiting, that's what affects everything. So let's say, back to the driving metaphor, you're driving to Canada or something like that. You have to be a safe driver to get to that destination. You have to make sure that whatever you do while you're driving to that destination ensures that you make it to the destination. And it's just like that in waiting for what God has called you to do, or whatever God has told you to do. If God has promised you something, you're 9 times out of 10, you're gonna have to wait. Sometimes it just happens like this. Sometimes he'll tell you, but then there's a time period in between before you get to that thing. So what you do in the waiting period is what matters. So, and then also what happens when you get there, but the waiting period is very important. And so right now, a lot of people have been talking about Noah. Well, not a lot of people, but people here and there have been talking about Noah. And I actually did a study on Noah on my my blog. So check that out. But Noah was on the boat for way longer than 40 days and 40 nights. A lot of people don't know that. It rained for 40 days and 40 nights. But my man was on the boat for like a year. And when the floods subsided, Noah actually still waited before he got off the boat. So he sent the raven, he sent the dove came back, and then he still waited another week or so before he left. So like, if you compare Noah to the quarantine, you'll see a lot of things. Like, you don't want to do anything prematurely. You don't want to go out before God says it's safe to go out, or you don't want to do anything. I could go into detail, but I do not have enough time to do that. So please read my blog if you want to see the study, and maybe I'll do another video breaking down the study. Or maybe we can do a Bible study in person, like through a Zoom meeting. Let me know if that's something that you would be interested in. I would love to do that. But what you do in the waiting period is what matters. So the Bible verse that says, "They that wait on the Lord," right? There's stuff in between the waiting on the Lord. It's renewing your strength. Is walk and not faint. Or is it run and not faint? Walk and not grow weary. Mount up on it, wings like eagles. None of that sounds like sitting still, right? None of that sounds like it's just like you're just going to be sitting and waiting. There's stuff that you do in the wait period. And in the wait period, the things that you do makes the wait great. So, in this time when we're waiting to see what the government is going to say, when we're waiting to see what God is going to say, make sure that however you're waiting and whatever you're doing in this time of waiting to see what's going to happen matters. Whatever it is that you need to learn it, figure it out, speak to God, hear what God has to say, use your discernment, because whatever's coming on the end of this is going to be worth the wait. So yeah, leave in the comments below something that you've waited for, that you finally got and you're glad for it. Leave some things that you're waiting on, and let's just talk. Let's discuss some stuff. And continue episode 3 is coming out on Thursday. You gotta wait for it, see? But I don't have a trailer for it. I've been really busy, so I haven't had time to make a trailer for it. But episode 3 is coming out on Thursday, so be on the lookout for that. I love y'all. God bless. I'll see y'all Monday.